wonderful people. This is BVI Channel 1. You're welcome live on this program, Matters Are Rising. This is a program coming to you from the studios of BVI Channel 1 to discuss issues. It's an opportunity for you to interact with this platform to let your voice be heard. Today, we are privileged to have with us two important personalities in Igbo land. We have the president of Laible Development Foundation, Professor Ozodem Manwala, as we discuss the security issues and open grazing. Together with him on this program live is Sele of Anambra State. We have a very simple rule. Sorry about that mix-up. The intro had been playing while I was talking. All right, we are talking about today's program, which is a live program on Matters Arising. We welcome you to this live section where you have the opportunity to interact with this platform. This is an opportunity for you to air your opinion with respect to issues that affects you. Today we have Professor Ozodem Manwala, the president of Laible Development Foundation, ADF, joining us in the studios, and also we have the chairman of Anambra State Union in Greece, my brother, Mr. Sele Muedu. He is with us right on today's program, and we welcome them to today's live program. And you as well, you are highly welcome to today's program. You don't forget the rules. The rules are quite simple. Just whenever the lines are open for you to make your submission, endeavor to click on your mute button so that our voice will not be interfering from your own end. I believe we have that understanding. We are talking about open grazing and insecurity. Today in Nigeria, insecurity is the order of the day. Insecurity all over Nigeria is the order of the day. There is no place around Nigeria that you can say you are secured. Some places could be more secure than the other, but in Nigeria, it is an accepted standard that everywhere is insecure. Before I proceed in today's program, so that you not think we are making things up, when I come up to tell you that the primary assignment of every government is to safeguard the lives and properties of their citizens. If you fail in that, you have ultimately failed as a government. Today, we are no longer talking about this security in the northeast or the northwest or north central. It has spread across Nigeria evenly. Okay? And as we speak, the video we published on this platform yesterday, telling you that Northern Elders has come out to disown the president of Nigeria, who is their own son, saying that he has failed when it comes to insecurity. And as well, today, as you're witnessing, we are having feeds of what is happening in Katsina. As we speak now, there is protest going on in Katsina as a result of insecurity. I want you to take a look at it. Few seconds, I'll be right back. They call them bandits. They have ransacked villages, killing the owner. And that is exactly what I That is what we are bringing to you. This is the situation report from Katsina, that the people have trooped out en masse to say they are tired of the security situation. Now it is time for me to usher in our special guests that have joined us on today's program to make their inputs to way of introduction on this program. Hello, sir. Let's start with the professor. You are welcome to today's program. You can unmute your mic so that our audience can hear you. Professor Ozodin Mamwala, the president of Laible Development Foundation, is here with us. Say hello to our viewers, sir.
Chinedu and your audience, hello, how are you people?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. We have on the other side, Mr. Sele Muedu from Greece, the chairman of Anambra State Union in Greece. Say hello to our viewers out there.
Hello, my brothers and sisters. I'm greeting all of you.
All right. To our viewers, we will be opening up the line after they have made their opening submissions. And if you have a question to ask or your contributions to make, you are now free to make that. But it has to come after they have made their opening remarks. Calls are already coming in, but we are not yet taking calls until our special guests deliver what they have for us today. Let's begin with Sir, Professor Ozodin Mamwala. What is your take about the security situation in Nigeria and the issue of open grazing as we are witnessing today?
Chinedu, you know, I have been in this year program a number of times.
Yes, sir.
Speaking on the same subject. We've also written extensively from the platform of Laible Development Foundation. So many conferences, so many meetings, both nationally and internationally. So we're just repeating ourselves. I must say, frankly, for some time now, I've heard the view that the less we waste time talking about security or insecurity, the better for us. This is the time for action. What we'll be discussing in very strategic platforms is how do we get our people to organize themselves, to protect themselves. From what you've said about Katsina, the home of Mr. President, if he cannot protect his area, then what else do you expect from him? And of course, everybody knows, and what all throughout the whole country knows, that this government headed by President Muhammad Buhari is a tragedy when it comes to security. So we don't look in that direction for the security of our people. We would have like to look in that direction. Well, we're aware that certain things are being done by them, but we know there's total lack or very weak resolve, very weak will for them to, on their part, to embrace the challenges of the moment. So when it comes to the present challenges, our view is that our people in their various formations, in their villages, their communities, their local governments, their entrepreneurs, they should organize themselves to protect and defend themselves. They should not wait for anybody. We have been of the view, those of us in ADF, we have been of the view that there's need for a law to empower the people. That's why we have been campaigning for anti-open grazing law, just like what you have in Benue State and other areas. We have been campaigning for that. That is where we are now. We are calling on our people to move all out in any way they can to compel the House of Assembly to pass this bill. However, if they don't pass the bill, we still have the basis to protect ourselves and our communities. That is our customary law, which does not allow the movement of cattle, sheep, and so on. We know that these people use the movement of cattle as a ploy, a decoy to occupy our area. So we must do all we can. We would like to organize our communities as vigilantes, provide them with whatever they need to ensure that our areas are not overrun, to protect our crops, our women, our men, and so on. I think that's what is required at this point in time.
All right, thank you so much, sir, for that submission. My brother, Sele, what do you have to say with respect to the issue we are talking about at the moment? You can unmute your mic.
Yeah, good evening, my brothers and sisters in Anambra State. My name is Selem Mwedo. I'm speaking from Grace. I'm the chairman of Anambra State Union in Grace. Is generally very, very, very bad. The security men cannot protect the citizens. All these full enhancement problems have in Castina, the indigenous are protecting. Likewise, what Cheda Suzu are campaigning 1 million march to the all Igbo land to come out in masses. The security forces have failed us. We don't trust them. If the presidency can fail his people, what do you think the governors and other assemblies is the same? The corruption started from the beginning. Therefore, we don't trust them. We don't have even security. So there is no need of talking security. There's nothing. All this is planned deal. If you watch it from the beginning, it's real planned deal from the presidency. They're just harmful and enhancement. They want to occupy all Nigeria to be a Fulani state. That's my own understanding. Therefore, the owners of land have to rise up and stop all this mess. That is my contribution. Insecurity is 100%. There's no security in Nigeria. We Igbos, we care for all the Biafran states, especially the Igbo land. We must really find a way to protect ourselves. And we have the way. We know the way. We will say it when we come. So we believe there is no security. Thank you, my brothers.
Okay, having established these facts that there is no security in Nigeria, and the call for whichever means or way or pattern for the people to secure themselves. In this platform, we don't promote anarchy or anything outside the rule of law. That is one thing. Now, the people are now asking, you made mention of 1 million march. Yes, we've been talking about 1 million march, but something precedes it, which the ADF have already gone ahead of everyone else to draft a bill for anti-open grazing, which is in accordance with our customary laws, which is in accordance to our custom and tradition, to the state assemblies and also to the state governments, state governors, to sign that bill into law. For a long time, they have been dragging their feet, and it has become a clear stance from them, both their body language and by their expression, that they are not ready to sign this bill into law. Now, we are proposing for a million march. Just like the Castina people, you know one thing about these people, they don't talk too much, they just move into action. But some people will ask, say, why are you guys always coming up to discuss these things? That is because it takes a lot of time for our people to be convinced about a particular project that concerns them. Now, it is left for our people to now stand up as ADF, joining forces with other coalitions to move for 1 million march against the state governments that refused to sign into law the anti-open grazing bill. Sir, from your own experience as a father, to what extent do you think the people should go to establish this anti-open, and why is it necessary for that bill to be signed into law so that our people will understand where we are going? Prof. Yeah.
Is that direct to me?
Yes, sir.
Well, I've said it over and over again. The need for the anti-open grazing law is to make sure that across the state, across our zone, empowering our people at that level, to ensure. It's also to challenge the governments to do their duty, because they have a duty of security. As we know, the chief security officer of each state is the governor. So it's a challenge for him to rise up to protect his people, get the empowerment from the State House Assembly to protect his people. But as we've said, with or without the anti-open grazing bill, the people already have fundamental laws empowering them to protect their crops, empowering them to protect their territory, their farms. That is the customary law. There is no governor in laible land who will tell you that in his own village there is no such customary law that prevents animals from roaming around to destroy the crops of farmers. No governor. So if any of them try to prevent the people from taking action to protect themselves, you know that person, that governor is not governing the interests of the people. I was ashamed the other day to hear an officer, government officer, very huge person in a good area, who was invited to the lifeless body of an elderly civilian, butchered by the Fulani herdsmen. And what did he tell the people? They should please not do anything. They quickly answered. Who will tell the people, don't do anything, wait for the government to come and protect, wait for the IG, wait for the commissioner of police, wait for anybody to do this. We do know the level of commitment of the Nigerian police to the security of our people. We do know the level of commitment of the Nigerian army to the security of our people. We do know the extent to which we can expect them to be on our side, and therefore we cannot be fooled. So the challenge today is for us, our people, please, our people, do all you can to protect your students. The setting up of vigilantes supports empowering them to help protect our people. Town unions, be up and doing. Don't just remain as agents of government to coordinate and run after government for little eaters. Your duty is to stand with your people and protect your communities. The same thing with traditional rulers. I call it a traditional rulers should please, at this critical time, it is their duty to ensure that their communities, those over whom they preside, are protected. They should deploy all the avenues available to us by customary law to make sure our communities are protected, our forests, our communities, everywhere. There should be no foreign bodies occupying our forests. There should be no foreign bodies occupying any of our basin. Anybody who comes to our territory must live with our people. He must be known by our people. The issue of cattle, roaming of cattle, is not only an aberration, it is also the danger, it's also the instrument through with which they're killing our people. So nobody should tolerate that at all. We've said that those who sell cattle, if you are bringing it from the north, bring it from trailers to the markets where you sell it. After that, you go back. The idea of keeping this, there's some information we've got that some of our own people are cattle owners. We're asking all our youth, please investigate this and find out the extent those cattle owners who encourage these Fulani people, these cattle rearers, to destroy our people, to kill us. You must prevent them from continuing to be an enemy, to be a menace to security. We should find out those who are encouraging this evil within our communities.
All right, thank you so much, sir. You made a very valid point there. Now, my brother Sele, sometimes we have made mention of our people who are like Prof just mentioned right now, saying that some people actually, some people are involved in this trade from our own, that they should investigate. Our people should look inward to investigate. But from the other side, from the general perspective, we have witnessed, or we have said on this platform that our people are the biggest patronizers of this merchantry, these herdsmen. Our people are the biggest funders. If you look at the way our people consume the cows and the animal products, not just animal, cash crops from everywhere, it is alarming. Then we are looking at what happened, what made our people to not to invest in agriculture, because we have our own native cow. What is your take about that?
Yeah, Chedu, hello, you hearing me?
Yeah, we can hear you, and the world can hear you too.
All right. Coming for the anti-grazing bill, the agricultural system in eastern states is failed. One, let me go from the community, local communities who producing all the crops. They need money. If the federal government pump money to state government to share the towns for the agricultural forum, they embezzle the monies alone. Then don't give those people money. You find every individual who is trying petty agricultural system in eastern states are trying alone by his own pocket money, selling fruits, gain money to do the crops. Other places, they have government try to provide some money for the people who want to go into agricultural system. They give the loan. In our states, in Igbo land, they don't give them anything. One, they struggle to do. Two, that's why the East Igbo land agricultural system has failed woefully. Hello? So, that is number one. Number two, the only thing that can solve, Igbo people are business people all over the world. They are consumers. They are gifted by God. Whatever they lay hands on is moving. God bless us by that one. Then, that's why any kind of business come to Igbo land is always going. So the cattle, the Fulani herdsmen coming in our land, it is not only to sell the cattle they come from, because when they were in the northern side, they are sending the cow to eastern side and they sell it. Doing business with our people. Hello, are you there, Chedu? Hello, are you there? Hello, are you there?
Sorry about that. We had some distractions here, but we're back again. Sorry about that distraction there. Now, the lines are now open for people who want to make their submission, but let us quickly, sir, before we proceed. Okay, let's take the first caller. Hello? Hello?
Hello, children. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Your name and where you're calling us from?
Okay, I'm calling from Lagos.
You are calling from Lagos. Okay, what is your submission?
Yes, my name is Titus.
Okay, Titus. Tell us what is your submission to what we're talking about.
Then this here man, the Fulani and the woman here came in Imo State.
Huh?
When was something mentioned about the Fulani inside the bush? Or came in Imo State called Anambra State. Woman here.
What do you have to say about it?
I want to find out because that village you are talking about, if it's here.
Yeah, bro, this is not a place to make inquiries. We are here to discuss important issue. Let us quickly take some of the commentaries that we have here before we go back to our elder here, Prof, to make his input. Now, somebody said here that everybody here is agreeing that the Nigerian security situation is bad. We've not really gotten, anyway, everyone here is just saying that the situation and what the Prof and the guest here, Sele, is saying is correct. Let us take this call quickly. Hello?
Hello, Chinedu.
Yeah, hello, Chima. You are welcome on today's program.
Thank you. Is it time for question and answer?
Yeah, you can make your submission or you can ask your question very briefly so that the answers can be given to you.
Okay, this is Chima Irania from United States. I wanted to ask Prof, what is it that the governors from passing the Gunasi law as well as anti-grazing it seems to me they are serving the rest of the public, not the people. Our people fraud, not personal or political consideration. People and the elderly following these governments to ask why is it that they cannot sign these two bills? Watching the elderly man that was brutally the and then I was looking at the one in and then we have all these governments. So what are they doing? What is holding them from signing all these bills?
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let us take the next call. Then we now take the answers. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, your name and where you're calling from?
Okay, good evening. My name is Eric. I'm calling from Europe.
Eric, calling from where?
Holland.
Holland. Okay, go on with your question or submission.
Yes.
Very briefly.
First of all, I want to say thank you for the work we are doing, and I'm saying hello to Prof and our brother in Greece. My contribution is we should not be surprised by what is going on in Nigeria today, especially in Southeast. The government of today, they are out to destroy and to kill. We have seen the handwriting on the walls, and now the wind has blown and has exposed the anus of the hen. There's no two ways about it. We don't have security in Anambra State. We don't have security in entire Biafra land. Our governors, should I say they're cowards? But I use the word coward. That is exactly what they are. Because it is said, if the fat side of woman is not a coward, why must it stay at the back? What is stopping them from signing the bill into law? People are dying. Is it because maybe none of their relation has been the victim? That is why they kept silent.
Okay. All right.
How I wish July is tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm full in support of the 1 million march. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let us, before we take the next call, Prof, you're taking your questions. Okay, let us take this one more call so that we'll be able to. I think we lost that call already. All right, let us take the call. and you can answer them all at the same time. Sorry, we said if you're calling this line, make sure you mute your listening device so that we don't have distraction. Now, Prof, you've heard what they said. What is your take about their question? They are asking the governors, why is it that they are not coming forward to signing that anti-open grazing bill into law? What do you think? I know you are not the governor, but I believe you have an interactions with them. What do you think, from their body language and their direct answer, is preventing them from signing that bill into law? Because that is the major question they've been asking. Prof.
I think it is a fact everybody's fully aware of.
Yeah.
Anybody who is governor and refuses to take steps to protect his people, something must be terribly wrong with him. It's either he's not serving his people, either he's serving himself, or serving external interests. It may also be fear, because what some of us have found that problems with the way they manage themselves, manage the resources, the power around them. They make themselves vulnerable for the federal government to pick them up any moment, to barrage them any moment. So don't have that kind of moral strength, moral courage to stand firm and be themselves. But be that as it may, we have told them over and over again that all they require is the people. Be on the side of your people. That's what Otom has said. That's what Zifami was doing before. That's what many people of the governors are now doing. So I think it is left for them, but whether it is, whatever may be the reason, I think another factor is that our people have not learned to put the correct, adequate political pressure on those who govern them to do the right thing. I'm happy plans are being on for 1 million march. Plans are on for demonstrations. Plans are on for other actions to compel the governors to be on the side of the people. So I think that is very important. I think that's very encouraging, that everybody should stand up and help to compel the governors to do the needful. That is to say, to be on the side of the people. I think that's what depends.
Okay, sir. Again, he mentioned the second caller mentioned something. He said, "Who are supporting this 1 million march?" And again, there has been fears from our people. Our people have been beaten to the point that they are now afraid to speak up or even come out en masse to demand for things that affects them. Now, how do you deal with this fear? How do you get our people to overcome this fear? And like the person that asked the question, who will lead this march for the government to sign into law anti-open grazing bill? And secondly, from what you mentioned, you said using political means or any other means to push the legislators or the governors to do the bidding of the people. What are those ways that the people can employ to do that?
That question is for me, Chinedu?
Yes, sir. It's for you, sir.
Well, I have said it before, unless you want me to repeat myself. I've said that the people should organize themselves to put pressure on the governors. They should organize demonstrations. They should organize picketing. They should also organize all forms of pressures on the governors. The present preparations by various organizations, including ADF, BVI and others, for 1 million march, I think it's a step in the right direction. It is a step in the right direction, so the governors feel the weight of the people's disgust with the way they manage the affairs of their various states. So I think one would not say take the governors to court. It will be a game of futility. But we've already, of course, sent bills to the state assemblies for them to pass the law. But the point we keep making that whether they pass this bill or not, there are people who already have their natural, customary law empowering them to protect themselves, protect their crops, everything they have. They should not wait for the government before they can do all that. So, as you know, ADF is continue to put pressure, continue campaign for the anti-open grazing bill. ADF is also part of the 1 million march. ADF is also part of the demonstrations being initiated by Nzukumun and others for demonstrations against the killing of our people, against the lethargy of our God, against the conspiracy of law enforcement agents who are empowering the killers of our people.
Okay, sir. Let us quickly take this call. Hello, the caller on the phone. Your name and where you're calling from.
Hello?
Your name and where you're calling from. Okay, we know Dr. Chinyere.
I'm calling from US.
Yeah, Dr. Chinyere from US. Go on. What's your submission?
What I want to say about this open graze stuff, I really don't understand why our governors does not want to sign it. But there is a governor that signed it already. Is that a governor not for it? Why can't other governors sign it in the eastern region? So, and again, we really don't have to wait for them. We have to go ahead and protect ourselves. But the only problem that we have, how do we get the amenities to protect ourselves? That is the main problem. Because I know our men and women are strong people. If you equip them, they will do what you will not believe. They can protect themselves. The only problem is that, how can we, the means of getting it and, how to get it, that is the problem. Because we actually don't need anybody to protect us. We can protect ourselves. If the herdsmen can carry AK-45 walking around, why can't we do the same thing? That's what they say. That's why they say that they own Nigeria. And that is true. Because if they can carry AK-45, walking around, both those illiterate cow riders, carry AK-45, did not go to school, didn't even go to elementary school, walking around, and nobody arrests them, nobody says nothing. Why can't we carry AK-45 ourselves to protect ourselves? Are they better than us? Can they operate AK-45 better than us? Why the law is stopping us with the civilians to carry AK-45? Why the herdsmen are carrying AK-45 everywhere and nobody arrests them, nobody said nothing, and they are killing us? What is the difference between them and us carrying AK-45? That is why they say they own Nigeria, and they are right. They are right.
Okay.
So how can we defend ourselves with somebody who has AK-45 and we don't have it? How do we go to our bush? Let me tell you something. I'm in America, okay? You have to protect yourself. And they call it where I am, stand your ground. We have to have that law in Nigeria. Stand your ground. You have the right to kill and do anything to anybody who tries to infect you. That is what you call stand your ground. So we do not have to wait for our governors or even the damn president, because the president knows what he owns his people, his Fulanis. The president and wipe up all the Biafrans, all the non-believers. President Buhari is in charge of what is going on in Nigeria. This is a planned deal. Okay. You guys have to understand. Wake up, Nigerians. It's a planned deal.
All right, sister, we have to
Nigerians.
We have to allow other callers to call in because a lot of people are standing by. I think let's give
Okay, we have to move on. All right.
Thank you. Let us take we have to allow Prof to react to the call. You can call back my brother later. Prof, what do you have to make of what Dr. Chinyere that called him from USA? What's your take on that?
Well, Chinyere, I completely agree with her. I fully agree with her. But as to how we empower our people, I don't think it's a social media issue.
Yeah.
We are already addressing our people. We're already doing all we can to get a strong coalition of forces, including the churches, LDF, other forces coming together. If our youths see these forces behind them, they'll be all stronger. If our people abroad know that there is this kind of force on the ground, they'll be able to play their role. Because the people abroad are the people that should do all they can to provide resources. There are strong people at home. There are strong forces at home. We need to, the people abroad should keep in touch, find out the proper channels to help us to organize our people, mobilize our people. As we keep saying, we can defend ourselves. Our communities can defend themselves. Like our ladies said, if they carry AK-47, our people should also carry weapons for self-defense, not for any attack. If their own is for attack, but our own is for self-defense. We must find ways to arm our people for self-defense.
All right, let us quickly take this call. Hello, the caller on the WhatsApp. Your name and where you're calling us from.
Hello, Peter. Peter, good evening. My name is Nnamdi. I'm calling from Dakar, Senegal.
Okay, Nnamdi, calling from Jakarta.
Yeah, Dakar, Senegal. Dakar,
Senegal. All right, go on very quickly because we don't have much time.
Yeah, I want to ask Professor some little question. I believe he can be the one to answer me on these questions. Professor.
Brother.
Good evening. How are you doing, sir?
I'm okay.
It's a pleasure speaking with you on this platform, and I always watch your interviews and your meetings across the Biafra land. And I just have a little suggestion, a little question from you. Because when I was growing up as a kid, there are things that we used to do in the village whenever that we want to cultivate farmland. Then when we go to the farm to cultivate, people that have livestock like goat, and the community will give them notice of warning that everybody should stock their livestock at home. Let their livestock not to go to the farm and destroy other people's labor that they have labored to cultivate in the farm. But I can't see the reason why that Fulani carrying AK-47, killing people and causing mayhem in the community. And we have some elders in the community who couldn't rise up for education and arm the youth for them to defend our land. It's very, very terrorism sponsored by Febuary and Jubilee. And everything that happened, we still call the state government like this Supreme Court governor, call them to call the inspector of police. Why are you calling them for? We are the indigenous people, and we have our custom and tradition in our community.
All right,
so everything
very brief because other callers are calling in. Hello? Okay, I think we've lost that one. Let us, hello, can you hear me? I think we lost that too. Prof, how do you respond to what he said? Hello, Prof. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you, Chinedu. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, go on. What do you
I'm saying that.
Go on.
This question is very obvious. The answer is already contained in what I've said before. The answer is there. But we don't need to wait for anybody for our own protection. For a long time ago, before other people started talking, if you remember, one of the leaders in the Middle Belt, Danjuma, alerted everybody 2 years ago. He said, the people, if you wait for the government and the army to protect you, to defend you, you'll be dead before you know it. You must defend yourselves. You must protect yourselves. That message started resonated all over the place and continued resonating. And any wise person who really loves his people, who understands what is going on, what are the danger our people are facing of total annihilation, knows that is the way to go. We don't need to fold our hands. I think as soon as we can put this pressure, security pressure on us, we'll be turning our attention to good governance, to really know how to deal with people who stood into the area of governance, steal the power of the people, the mandate of the people, and use it against them. I was impressed by what Oti wrote the other day, the former candidate of, I think, APC or so, what he wrote about P2P. I am not here to single out an individual, but I think I do know. Sometime ago, that ADF went on an industrial tour of Anambra State, went around the whole place, went to Innocent, and we had very, very, very positive surprising testimony. This vigilante, he set it up, when he was there. Town unions, he empowered them, So I think our governor should learn to serve the people. They should learn to use the power of the people. But our people should also learn, between now and whatever it may be the next election, to ensure that their enemy don't go to get to power. But what is more, our Laible Development Foundation is today preaching the gospel of autonomous region. We must give attention to our Laible as an autonomous region and make sure that we control those governments. We'll make sure that we have internal self-government, internal autonomy, so we can root out all these enemies, all these agents of who are working against our people. So I think time is coming when our people will be called upon to take their destiny into their hand, not only security-wise, but also political-wise, in terms of power, in terms of taking power away from those who have seized it. So that's the message every one of us is passing on in this program.
Okay, sir. Thank you for that submission. Let us quickly take another call. The caller on phone, your name and where you're calling us from. Very briefly, make your submission very snappy because we are running out of time. Very briefly, your name and where you're calling from.
Okay. Good evening, Chinedu. Good evening.
Good evening to you, my brother. Go on.
Yeah. Good evening, Professor.
Thank you very much, brother.
Please, with the 30 seconds that I want to say here, please, I want to the professor. I saw him and found out that he's one of our fathers. I want him please speak to the Obi of Onisha. Let them organize all the traditional rulers in Biafra land. Let them ban cattle. Let them ban the movement of cattle in the whole eastern Nigeria. We banned it. Our people ban cattle movement in our land. So I don't see why they will be there, allow Fulani people going around killing our people, raping our girls, our wives, and killing our men. This is very, very uncalled for. Igbo people ban the cattle movement in our area. Why do they allow this happening? Please, I want the prof to speak to whoever that is in charge of Ohaneze. Let him speak to the governor of Anambra State, Obi of Onisha. Let them ban the movement of cattle in Igbo land, because we have already banned it in our area. This is the only thing I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Clear what's happening. I'm not hearing you anymore.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, Emeka, I'm calling from. Yeah, my name is Emeka. I'm calling from Scotland. Yeah, I'm calling from United Kingdom. Yeah, Scotland. Yeah, thank you very much for the program. You know, I've been following your program for some time now, and I'm glad that there are guys like you around. Secondly, I'm thanking Prof, for being around for this program. I don't know him, but I've seen his contributions, and I thank God for him, and I hope that there are more people like him in Igbo. First of all, concerning contribution of the government and why the governors are not keen. You have to know here that we have very set of useless governors in Igbo land. I'm sorry to say so. Yeah, because some of them we never voted for them anyway in the first place, like the Supreme Court governor and others. Those guys in the House of Assembly and all that, they're not going to help us. So what we need to do is, how do we protect ourselves? As Prof have said, Prof has just summarized everything. Now we have the 1 million man. The 1 million man march is super fantastic. It's going to help. And then we have traditional rulers. We have vigilantes. We can actually organize ourselves. But most importantly, we have people in diaspora. We have professionals in diaspora who want to come in. I mean, how do they come in? How do we just come into this thing? Because at this particular point in time, it's touching the bone. I can tell you that. These are my submission. I want to thank Prof again for the contribution. I will wish to have him again in the program like this. Fantastic. Good job, Timothy. Good job.
Chinedu, I'm not hearing you. I'm not hearing Chinedu.
Actually, he's not muted from his side.
I'm not sure. Well, let him come back.
Look at Skype.
Happy I come actually.
Well, you know, I think I'm messaging him. So
Hello, Prof. Can you hear me?
Hello, Chinedu.
Can you hear me now?
I lost you. Yes, I lost you at a point. Yes.
All right. Let us quickly take Sele. My brother Sele, what is your take about what we are discussing all this while? You can unmute yourself. And what can our people do? Those people in Greece, what would they do to help to ensure that these bills are signed into law? What is your take on that?
Hello, my wonderful people. I greet all of you. Chiedu, listen very carefully. This bill we are talking, people are saying, asking questions from America, from Holland, and other places. What the governor do? They know the governors cannot do anything because they are the agent of presidency. They cannot allow this to happen because they have hope of going into the federal level as a governor, one minister, or senator. That's why they cannot sign it. Just go to watch what is happening in Alonam, PA. They are fighting for PA. They use bribe to bribe every down team in eastern Nigeria to make sure those people cannot do anything. If, let's say, market authorities who have power, they can organize to do this, they will bribe their leaders so they can weigh them down. The only solution is this 1 million march. As a Chief Iwala, as a leader who stayed there in Igbo land, who stand for ADF, if he can mobilize the elders and the chiefs in the land so they can move the march, then they can move the march with the people to go to the House of Assembly to tell the governor enough is enough. Then after that they don't do anything. We the Igbo land, we try a way to arm ourselves to defend our people. He is an elder, he will do that. That's my own contribution because the white people, they can't do anything. Example, Delta State, House of Assembly, voted first hearing, second hearing, voted in public hearing, they impeach the person and remove him. Their men go in because of Okowa's second tenure. That is the system of other eastern states. It's the same system. If not, why Uzodinma, Pope Uzodinma Tony has gone off Imo State? Let's say the truth. Let's say the truth. Everybody has seen. Nothing is going. Fulani can come our land, killing people. Yesterday in Ukuta, they killed some 30 years old man, and the people say the security are going around. It's very pity and very bad to hear this. Honestly, I say, what is going on? Look at Castina now. They come in mass, protesting, say enough is enough. Disown their own man, who is the president. Why can't we come? Because of pride. Everybody's hungry, they hungry, need money. Then the elders too, even the chiefs who are community at the day, they bribe them, they allow the Fulani to occupy the land of indigenous. In Obuni Ghana State, just imagine. Nnamdi Kanu is crying, calling people, they're calling him idiot. He don't know anything. Forget about it. Let's say the truth. If somebody say the truth, let's speak the truth and use it to work. Chiedu, continue processing about 1 million march. We're in support of you. Let the other branches in Diaspora and home, let us do a serious meeting. In any way they are contributing, let them contribute something to make sure we prepare our people. Now they cannot have I get this stuff. If it's you, let's say the truth. ADF, like you know who say in his YouTube program, what Ohanese have done to Igbo land since ever started. You build school, road. Let us not do that. Let us not let us not insulting people, but let's say the truth. Because that thing they do, let them do something. Now, it's time for ADF to come up in this BVI, to come up to stand in front, consult others, so they can move to make sure we achieve something. If not, there is no way, because they have eaten bribe. They cannot do anything. Thank you very much. Hello?
Let us quickly take this last caller. He has been on our case. Let us quickly take this caller. Hello, your name, where you're calling from, very quickly. We don't have time.
Yeah, my name is Chukuma Inacho. I'm calling from Germany. So I want to just ask some questions here, because for our now, these people are there on ground, cleaning up 8047. No case on them, no arrest, nobody has been arrested. And now, Nnamdi Kanu is saying and fighting and shouting about it as people. But still, our elders are trying to make some sense, as if they are sense, or trying to do some things like they are civilized, or let us make a peace journey or whatever. These people are there killing us every time, every day. Why can't the leaders there or the elders there try to support Nnamdi Kanu? At least come out, speak out that here, Nnamdi Kanu. If you don't really like what they are doing, but at least you people should try and make some effort to assist the young man, because he is trying also. No, we are there dying, our people are dying.
Thank you for calling. Now, Prof, can you tell us, give us your closing remark, because we are running out of time. We have gone beyond our this thing. Give us your closing remark, Prof. Respect with what we
actually, there's not much to say. There's not much to say except to say that we know we are in a very difficult situation now. The greatest threat to our life, with little or no means of protecting ourselves. The onus is so much on two sides. Those of us at home have to do all we can to organize our people, to empower them, to inspire them, do whatever we can. Those abroad should do all they can to also support our efforts at home. I want to warn that the danger we face is not one that calls for mere propaganda born the kind that we did during the war that put us into trouble. It is a situation that calls for real politics, calls for input and role of statesmen. If we allowed them to work during the war, Parazikiwe and Obiam, things wouldn't have gone as bad as they did. So I think today, please, gentlemen, when you talk of people speaking for us externally, I want to tell you, ADF was the first Igbo organization in modern times that carried our case to the United Nations. I led a delegation